Hi, I'm Shane with eachother.com. Today I'm going to walk through how to install the Curt multifunction taillight converter kit on your 2014 BMW X5. Adding a wiring kit to your vehicle is going to allow anything that you are towing that needs light functions to receive them from your vehicle. It's going to give you your 4-pole connection, it's going to give you your brake lights, your running lights, and your turn signals so that you're safe when you're towing those items. This wiring harness is designed to live inside the vehicle, so when not using it, you simply roll it up and you can store it in a tucked away compartment. When you're ready to use it, you pull it out, lay it out of your tailgate, make sure you stay away from any connection points. You're ready to hook up to your trailer. It's also going to come with a nice dust cap. It's going to help protect your connections from dirt and debris when you have it stored away inside the vehicle. To begin our installation, when you get into the back of our vehicle, we're going to pull both panels off. We'll have one on each side. Right behind each taillight, we need to locate the plug to the wiring behind our taillight. We determined that we have a 2-wire system. The black wire with the white stripe is going to be our brake and turn signal. That's going to be on both sides of the vehicle. And our purple wire is going to be our running light signal. On the passenger side, our running light signal is actually a gray wire with a yellow stripe, which we will not be tapping into. Now, because we have a 2-wire system, we're only going to be using the brown and yellow wire on our driver's side and the green wire on our passenger side. We're going to take our yellow wire, which is going to be our brake and turn signal. We're going to tie it into the wire that matches, which was our black wire with our white stripe. We're going to slide the quick connector on. Take your wire, slide it up in like this. And you can take some channel locks, and you're going to push that center metal piece down. Like that. And close the cap. And of course our running light signal, we'll do the same thing, which is going to be our brown wire. And plug our tail light, back in. From here, we're going to have a white wire, that's our ground wire, that already has a ring terminal. Red wire, because we're using a 2-wire system, is going to have to be stripped back, and we're going to have to add another ring terminal because it needs to be grounded also. There are some larger ring terminals that come in your kit. If you use a larger one, the hole on the ring is pretty big, so you'd have to find a pretty large size self-tapping screw or nut or bolt that will not push through the hole. So now that we've got that on, we need to add our power wire that's going to our battery onto the black wire coming off the converter box. In your kit, you're going to get a bundle of wire like this. Really, we're not going to need a whole lot because our battery is actually located right underneath this panel. Just going to cut off about that much. You're going to get some butt connectors. We're going to put one on the black wire coming out of our converter box. We're going to strip back one end of our wire and put it on the other end. Next, we need to find a place to mount our converter box. It's going to come with a couple of different pieces of 2-sided tape. I suggest using this thicker one, 3M. It's going to hold a lot better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right back here. I'm going to take this foam container out. I'm going to stick it right here. So So we'll peel off one side. Stick it on your box, press it into place. Now I can zip tie my brown and yellow wire right to this existing wiring. Keep it out of the way in case anything is put in here. Take my red wire and my white wire, which are my grounds, and I'm actually going to ground them right here. It's a factory bolt metal bracket going into the metal of the body. So as long as you're putting your ground on metal, you'll be good. Now we'll take that nut off and go ahead and add on our ring terminals. 10mm socket, remove the nut. Go ahead and add your 2 ring terminals on and reinstall the nut. Now remaining wires, I'm going to route them right underneath this bar to the center. But I'm going to take them and I'm going to pull them over to this side and then put my foam container back in place. Now we're going to take an 8mm socket. We're going to remove this bolt, this one, this one, this one, and this one. We're going to take this panel off. Panel slide up just like that. My 4-pole wire, I'm actually going to pull up right here. We're going to let it hang right outside the vehicle. My green wire, I'm going to route it right along this back edge over to the passenger side. Now I routed my green wire right underneath this panel, right over to here. And again, it's going to be the black wire with the white stripe. It's not going to be long enough to get it up as high as you did the other side, but we're not going to need to. We can do it right down here at the bottom. We're going to do our connection just like we did the other ones. Now connecting to our battery, you can see we have 2 of them here. They're both going to be 12 volt. I'm actually going to use the one closest to the converter box, which is this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut my wire down. Even more. You're going to have a fuse holder like this. Cut it in half. We're going to strip back both ends. Add it into the other end of the butt connector. Take your power wire from your converter box, strip it back, add it into the other end of the butt connector. On the other end, we're going to add a ring terminal. We'll take a 10mm socket. We're going to remove this nut right here. Add on your ring terminal. You want to make sure that your fuse is not in the holder. And then reinstall the nut. Once you have it on, you can install your fuse. Now we can test it out, make sure everything's working correctly. Now let's test out our wiring using part number I26. Brake lights, running lights, left turn, right turn. Once you've tested out your wiring, you know everything's working correctly, you're ready to go. Again, I'm Shane with eachother.com. I hope this video has helped you whether you're still deciding or installing the Curt multifunction taillight converter on your 2014 BMW X5.